Hello YouTube and welcome to this episode of Nobleboulders, my Dwarf Fortress Let's Play. My name is Skwerel and we're going to jump right in here. So when we left off last time, we did get our glass industry set up and got started manufacturing that. We also got started on, at least got the stuff queued up for soap. We also have a clay kiln here, but we don't actually have anyone who's working on that to my knowledge. Actually, I can check that. So yeah, I set up the I set up crafters to do the glass and the soap, but it looks like I do have a potter and a glazer here. So we do have someone who's doing that stuff. So we are good there. Now I did want to have a look-see here. It looks like we are at 34 of 90, so I do have about 3 or 4 dwarves that I could move around if I wanted to. I do have 15 soldiers, so my I'm pretty full there. I'm trying to think if I have any other industries that I haven't dipped into yet. I guess I could just run down here and see what we might be missing. I guess the other thing I could always do is go in and just see what industries are keeping up or not keeping up and try to supplement the ones that are. Namely, I'm thinking I might just build a couple more, like maybe 2 more wood furnaces and 2 more smelters, maybe. I think that would actually make sense with what we've got going on. So let's go ahead and do that. So we want to dig out a room here. Oh my, that water looks funny. No, looks fine. Okay, whatever. Okay, so we can take this room here. We're gonna dig. We're gonna put our cursor in the center. We're gonna get our good old DF hack up here. We're gonna go dig circle filled 15. And wait for our dwarves to come dig that out. And I'm seeing that I actually have a staircase that's missing there, so I'm just going to rebuild that. Come on, dwarves. Come get it. Kitten has been slaughtered. Oh, there's one missing there, too. Interesting. I wonder why those staircases went missing. It's a little odd. Yeah, I'm gonna get it. There's that staircase built, and here come the miners. Go, go, go. Kittens are being slaughtered. Good, good. As it should be. Okay, so while these guys are going, some things that I've learned for future playthroughs. So, one thing that I definitely need to do is get started on my meat industry much faster, because I never actually really got anything out of the meat side of things. At least for my my birds. I like having the birds. I'm definitely going to do turkeys instead of chickens because you get leather out of them. But I need to get started earlier because my birds didn't have enough time to grow up. I never actually got anything useful out of them. So that's definitely going to be a thing. I'm also, I think early on I tried to expand into too many different industries too quickly. I need to kind of pick and choose what I'm going to grab. Just want to look here. What is this? Self-right. Okay. I'm also going to be doing in the future. I know it's kind of cheating, but for the sake of it, I want to use DF hack when I get into a new map and make sure that I do have access to iron on the map. Because that has been, like, we've been fine without it. It's not entirely necessary. Well, I don't know. I mean, we did fine without it. We didn't really need it. And let's be honest, our military absolutely slaughtered anything that we came up against. I do need to make sure that my dining hall is set as an inn earlier also, because that didn't happen, and we would just missed out on that entire aspect of the game. After having played around with both types, the kind of tube setup and the kind of spread out setup, I think I like the spread out one a little bit better. So what I intend to do on the next fort is I'm still going to do a few different layers. I'm not going to do everything on one layer, but I'm going to do much fewer layers. Just to avoid the whole miasma thing, I'm going to take all of my plant food processing outside and just wall it in. Then I'll have a couple layers that I can use for farms. Oh, right, and because if I'm going to do basically like a layer on the surface, I can do some stuff with above ground farming, which could be interesting. So we're going to do farming and pastures, one level or two, depending. I guess it doesn't really matter. It just depends on how much we have access to. Then I'm going to dig down until we get to stone. I'm going to do a layer of stockpiles that's just going to be inputs for base materials, and then a layer that's all of the workshops, and then a layer below that that's for plumbing, specifically for lava, and then under that finished goods, and then under that are like domestic stuff. So that's going to be our kitchen, or not our kitchen, our inn and our hospital and our bedrooms, and maybe even a barracks there, all of that kind of stuff. I really do like this idea for an opener, for an entrance, with the two bridges and stuff. What I would want to change about this is I want to do 3 layers of this, so I can completely like close off this one and nothing can get in. But I like this whole catwalk of traps with archers over here and ballistas up there. I think that's a pretty nice layout. And it can kind of evolve over time. So like you start with just the 3 path going in, and then you dig out this bit, and then you add these guys, and then you add these guys, kind of over time. I think I need to manage my military a bit better too. I don't know. There's some stuff that just isn't working well there, like the fact that these guys are always thirsty. I mean, they've got food and water right here, but what I might do differently with that is like put the food and water stockpiles in the barracks area, and then have them switch between every month switch between patrol and eat, just so they have a chance to refresh there. The other way that I might do it is just put them always on practice, and then just call them on demand to wherever I need them. Maybe put like 1 crew up here and then 1 crew down below. I'm still kind of debating whether I like this idea for the downstairs also. I mean, it worked, but it wasn't amazing. Yeah, this thing was just an absolute nightmare to try to keep track of, which is why I want to do the multiple layers. I can kind of compact everything a little bit, and then having the feeder stockpiles, like essentially every building will be within a few steps of a staircase that'll go up to their source and down to their deposit, and then just do like feeder stockpiles to make sure that each workshop has the things that they need to do their stuff. I don't know if that makes any sense. But then I can do a lot more like restriction of materials and that kind of thing, just using stockpiles that give to the workshops. But yeah, that's kind of what I have in mind for the next one. And the reason I'm kind of thinking about all of this is I'm probably going to have maybe 2 more episodes of this. Maybe. I'm recording this on Monday, and my Comcast is going to be installed on Tuesday. So I want to get streaming as fast as I can. So we'll see. I might not be doing any more episodes in this fortress. Okay, so we have 4 of those. So our smelters and our burners though aren't actually aren't assigned jobs. So I don't know if that's actually going to be there might not be any point really of doing this way. This is just because I'm seeing a lot of those bronze bar cancellations, and I want to make sure that we're actually getting stuff done. Okay, let's have a look at these. Oh, okay. Still working on those to be completed. Smelter profile, work orders, 1. Okay, there's the 2 wood furnaces and the other smelter. Profiles 1. I don't really need to put stockpiles down here because they're 1 step away from all this stuff. So now, let's have a look at our stocks here. Guess I could have done this before. Yeah, 24 charcoal. Yeah, I could have done that before setting all out, building all those, but oh well. Now let's have a look at our smelter real quick. Should be on this level. Make sure that they each have 1. Yep. Okay. Okay, now let's have a look at our animals and see how we are doing. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then for turkey hens, we have 1, 2, 3. 3. Huh. Okay, so we can go ahead and do some more exploratory digging, just as long as we don't do it on our... Well, we can't do it on our the layers that... My brain is not working. It won't let us do it on some of the other layers. Okay, so we can remove that wood furnace because we have some more downstairs. That can go away. So let's go designate mine, put it at priority 7. We're gonna auto mine. Yoink, and we're just gonna go all the way. Everything. Even the caverns. So there should be plenty for our miners to do. Okay, so hang on. Cancels forge breastplate needs 3 bronze bars. Okay. Oh, petitions available. Hey. Someone wants to be a soldier. Sweet. You can be a soldier. Okay, so let's go into the military there, and we'll add him to the mortal cloisters. Oh, he's a crossbowman, so let's add him here. There you go. You can join Team 6. Do I actually have Butcher in here as an auto? I do. Okay. So I want to go conditions. Oh, actually, I can just remove that. Because the butcher jobs are created automatically. That's a pointless job to have set up. Right, another thing that I want to do is organize my levers a little better. I kind of have levers scattered around everywhere, which is not really useful at all. So I'd like to do that a little better. What's my carpenter up to right now? He's not up to anything. Do we have jobs to make bins? Here, let's go like this. We're gonna go wooden bin. Make 20 of them. Just because there's a lot of places that need them that don't have them. So I've thrown around the idea of doing some quantum stockpiling in the next one, just partially just to play around with it, but I'm a little hesitant there because, I don't know, I kind of consider it to be cheating in a lot of ways, so I'm not sure if I actually want to go ahead with that. I don't know. Yeah, the bins thing is mostly for the bars here. So as far as the layered stockpiles go, one of the purposes of that is so that I can limit the size of the stockpile for each workshop. The maximum that a given workshop would have would be like a 5x5. Although most would probably end up with a 3x3 or like a 5x2 and a 5x3, like if they need multiple materials or something like that. But then I would just not do bins anywhere. The forges, though, could get a little interesting with that because, like, forges is one of those places where I might include bins just because if I don't, yeah, if I don't, there's going to be a lot of issues with not being able to get the right bars to the right workshop. I'm trying to think if there's any other buildings that would have that sort of issue. I actually really like the idea that in my kitchen, I could set up like a bunch of 1 square workshops, each of which take a different type of food, just to ensure that I have a little bit of variety in the food that we're making. So, I really like that idea, actually. Anyway, I have an idea. Something we could do here while we're waiting for something exciting to happen. We're just kind of managing at this point. Let's go down to this cavern layer. Oh, what was that? I think that was a llama being born. Okay. So yeah, we're going up here. I think we've explored all of this part. Let's see if there's any areas here that we haven't been, though, that we might want to check out. That goes down there. Been there. Can we get over here? Yeah, I think we've explored all of this cavern. There's nothing really else in here. Except, oh, okay, there's an area that I haven't finished exploring, I think. So let's go military, squads. We're gonna take our melee squad and move them over here. They might have to do some swimming to get there. I think they can go up and over there. Come on, military squad. Go, go, go. Someone's become a pump operator. We have a lamb. Well, can they get there? Let's see. Why do I have all these guys who are listening to poetry? The heck? Okay, congratulations, Tekka, you have given birth to a boy. Let's see if I can center on selected squad. So they're just kind of hanging out all over the place. Okay, so let's go down there and see if I can get them to kind of slowly walk over. So if I go, move here. Will they come down? Okay, I saw him come down this stair. Down this one here. Here they come. Okay, so they're there. So let's now move to here. I think, how do I get over there? Let's see. Well, can you move to up here? Okay, there they are. So I was trying to get to... here. Maybe? Where was I trying to get to? Now I don't see where that's at. Okay, so move over here. Oh, okay, so I just can't see anymore because there's nothing there to see. Got it. Okay, so let's go down to the other cavern and see if there's any places that we can check out that we haven't yet seen. There's so much water here. Don't really think there's anything else here to check out. Doesn't look like it. No. Oh, what is that? Grundles. Huh. Okay. So let's go, cancel station. Okay. Good, good. This is another little curiosity. See these the archers that are here are just sleeping on the floor for whatever reason. That's odd. Or at least I find that to be pretty odd. Alright. So yeah, we're at a weird spot right now where it's like we don't have any stuff that we're working on. We're just kind of doing stuff. I don't know. I don't know. Just kind of maintaining. Let's see. D, B, C. Get these arrows. They're always ending up in that one square. It's kind of interesting. How many are there? Woo! A lot of them. Wow, that's a lot. Wonder why they're all ending up in that one spot. Are they all shooting at that one side? The Crundle has reverted to a wild state. It's okay, he's still in a cage. Animals, search for search Crundle. Let's try to train him. Any trainer. Oh, we don't want to train the cat. None. Okay, we're going to try to train the Crundle again. I had him trained for a bit. Then he decided that he wasn't interested in being trained anymore. Huh. Okay. Another thing I'm going to have to figure out is, it looks like some of the dwarves are just leaving armor just laying around on the floor. Like, there's bronze boots everywhere. And I'm not entirely sure why that would be. Yeah, so we have 10 high boots that are just sitting on the floor and only 5 that are currently being worn. I wonder if... I don't know. Yeah, so I'm thinking on my next one, I might want to get some hunting going a little bit sooner just with wood. Maybe even when I get my, like when I get that first migration wave, if I have enough guys, maybe set one. Oh, another baby. Whew. These guys are busy. Just so I can get some leather going quickly, because essentially what happened was, by the time I built my military, I put the military together. We had no equipment for them, and by the time I had leather going, I already had bronze anyway. So we just kind of skipped that whole phase. So I think we need to get military going a little bit faster, and maybe wait, what? Just hang on. Someone became military captain. Did we lose a bunch of people somehow? Hang on here. That's a little strange. Huh. there's an easy way to find out. We can just read our dwarves here. 92. No, we're still good. It's showing 92 because I believe it's showing our human crossbowman in there. If I'm not mistaken, that's what's going on. But yeah, as I was saying, we kind of, I don't know, we made the military. I don't think we made it too late, but we might have. I don't know. I might need to be willing to make just like a one-person military early on. Even if it's just a guy that is assigned to something else. That can come up and fire crossbow bolts at someone if we need it. I don't know. Maybe. That's probably a good idea. I mean, it's really going to depend on where we embark too. Like if we're in a spot that has a lot of baddies in it, we're going to want a bit of a better setup, or a bit of an earlier military setup, I should say. But yeah, so this has been a really interesting Let's Play. I've learned quite a bit about Dwarf Fortress for sure, and I hope you've been able to learn quite a bit also. I've gotten some pretty good feedback from some folks on some things that I can do better. I've learned a lot of things that I can do better. So overall, I think this has been a pretty good experience. But yeah, so this is probably going to be the last episode in this fort. If the internet does get hooked up tomorrow, I'm going to be taking a day off just to figure out the streaming stuff. If I can get it working tomorrow, I'm going to start streaming probably around 9 o'clock or so, or whenever I get it figured out, and that's Pacific Standard Time. So if you would like to see more like this, you can catch me over there. So that's going to be here on YouTube on this channel, also over at twitch.tv/skwerel, and also at mixer.com/skwerel. You can go to whichever of those you like, and check us out on whatever platform we're on. We are going to have, I have a bot set up that's going to be relaying the chat between the 3 different systems, so that people on different platforms can talk to each other. Still working on the like the notifications and all that jazz. But I might do a video on that at some point. I have some thoughts on that. I don't know. But anyway, this has been Nobleboulders. I appreciate you checking out the series and watching along with me. If you have any comments for any future series, comments box is right down there. Like the video if you liked it, and you have a great one. Later.